Welcome! Are you ready for the Halloween night? Today I will show you 3 of the creepiest riddles ever. Write down in the comments if you were able to solve some. Let's start with the first riddle. Going to a haunted house together with your friend at Halloween night might not have been the best idea. Leaving the door alone to explore the spooky building probably wasn't smart either. But now it's not the time to think about that, because the door has closed, a scary silence embraces you, and you can see nothing in the dark. You're not able to open the door again, and when you and your friend try to find the switches to turn on the light, it turns out that there's no electricity connection to the house. You're so scared about being trapped in that spooky house that your friend starts panicking. While you are trying to cheer him up, an evil laughter takes you by surprise. Suddenly you hear a voice, which tells you that you have 3 doors in front of you and you must take one of them. It is the only way to free yourself. The voice describes that the first door opens up to a space filled with hungry vampires who will immediately turn you into one of them. The second door opens up to an electric chair. In that room you will be forced to sit on the chairs for 5 minutes each to be killed by high voltage electricity. The third door opens up to a pit that has no bottom and you will keep falling endlessly into nothingness. Your friend is a little timid and so scared that you need to take the decision for both of you. Which door will you choose if there is no other way to get out of the house? Pause the video now to have more time to think. The solution will follow in 3, 2, 1. A tough and scary situation, but there's one way to get out of the house unharmed. If you chose the door with the electric chair, congratulations! You are still alive. Luckily you remembered that you were not able to switch on the light because there was no electricity in the house. Thus you will just have to sit on the chairs for 5 minutes and then you will be free to go. The second riddle is a bit trickier. You were walking home through the forest when suddenly there was no ground beneath you anymore and you fell into the dark. Now you are in an empty dark cave without any windows or doors. But on one wall there are 4 mirrors. Each of the mirrors displays a ghost. However, only one ghost is real and the rest of them are just illusions. The ghost promises to help you get out if you can guess correctly behind which mirror he is hiding. However, if you choose one of the ghost illusions, you will probably have to stay in the cave forever. Ghost A says, I am behind B or C. Ghost B says, I am behind A or D. Ghost C says, I am here. Ghost D says, I am not in the room. 3 statements are false and only one is true. Can you figure out where the real ghost is hiding? Pause the video now to make sure that you will choose the correct mirror. 3, 2, 1. Were you able to expose the ghost? The ghost has to be behind mirror D. If the ghost were behind mirror A, then both B and D would be true. If the ghost were behind mirror B, then both A and D would be true. If the ghost were behind mirror C, then A, C and D would be true. However, if the ghost were behind mirror D, then only B would be true, and the other statements would be false. This matches the rules, and therefore the real ghost hides behind mirror D. Here comes the most difficult riddle today. It's a variation of the famous bridge and torch problem. Can you solve it? You and 3 friends of yours, Patrick, Ashley and Bob, decided to spend a vacation in a remote castle. One night you find an old crypt and you unlock the door. From this moment the trouble starts, because you woke up the old forgotten and bloodthirsty mummies who were kept there for ages. You're scared to death, but you realize that you need to get away from these mummies very quickly. There's only one way to get out. across an old rope bridge. You have had some good training and you can cross the bridge in half a minute, while Patrick takes 1 minute. Ashley needs 3 minutes, and Bob, who has been eating a little too much during the vacation, is the slowest one. He needs 5 minutes. You have calculated that the mummies will catch up with you in 9 minutes. That's why you need to cross the bridge in less than 9 minutes to escape this nightmare. It's very dark outside and you have only one flashlight to light the path. Unfortunately, the bridge is so old that it can only hold 2 people at a time. Can you find out a way how all of you can escape safely? Keep in mind that only 2 people can cross the bridge at the same time. Anyone crossing must either hold a flashlight or stay right next to it. The most important is that all of you must be across before the mummies arrive. Otherwise, the mummies will step on the bridge while someone is still on it. You can pause the video now to think carefully before answering. 3, 2, 1. This riddle is known to have appeared as early as the 1980s and is since then one of the most famous logic riddles. The key is to realize that forcing the 2 slowest people to cross individually wastes time, which can be saved by having them cross together. So, first you and Patrick quickly run across with a flashlight. After 1 minute, both of you are across. Then you run back with the flashlight and give it to Ashley and Bob, so they can cross the river together, which takes them 5 minutes. By the time they are across, there are only 2 minutes left, and you are still on the wrong side of the bridge. To take you over, Patrick takes the flashlight and runs back to you. Now you have only 1 minute left. It's enough to cross the bridge safely. After that you can have a little snack and watch the mummies walk into the abyss. By the way, my draftsman, who has been drawing many awesome pictures for this channel, just started his own YouTube channel. He draws and tells horror stories that you don't want to miss. So, if you like the drawings of this channel or in this video, make sure to check out his first videos. I hope you enjoyed the riddles and were not too scared today. Be careful at Halloween night and see you next time.